Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. The third string offense is here. The third string offense is here. Welcome to the Shop Podcast, the third string edition. How are you all doing? How you all doing?
We doing great. I guess the third string
Yeah.
always got to pull up the rear.
Yes. So,
Yes,
third
indeed.
string offense is here. I hope we can score a touchdown.
Well,
Well,
I got my playbook. Do you have yours together?
no, I never have a playbook. I just go on a whim.
Okay.
So I
How
just want to
about you?
say, let me see.
Hey, Sharp Lady, I'm freestyling. I ain't gonna lie.
You freestyling? Okay. So am
Yeah.
I.
Yes, indeed. So it looks like we all live on somebody's page out there on Facebook. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, come on, tune in. Come on, tune in. Share the live, share the live, share the live. And we want to give a shout out to Miss Toya on her birthday of turning 55 today. Happy 55th birthday to Toya. Happy
55.
55th birthday to Toya. Woo!
Happy birthday, boss.
Yes, indeed.
Happy birthday, boss.
And
Drink one for us.
we don't know where Mr. Six has been, but he's somewhere out there in the world. So shout out to Six somewhere out there in the world. But
Shout out.
Well, I
today is
spotted him in Canada.
oh I hope hope he didn't want to know that. You know, sometimes he's like, "Where's Mr. San Diego?" So
What up, Randy?
okay,
Hey,
Randy.
Randy.
Okay, share the live, share the live, share the live. Y'all come on in and share the live. But once again, how y'all doing? Hey, Randy, our loyal uh what moderator. He is the moderator, so you know.
Yes,
But how
sir.
y'all doing? How y'all doing, Pastor Andrew and Madam Kathy? How you all doing?
Doing good. A lot going on. Family here and there. Got Otis at cheerleading practice right now. So it
Okay.
took me a little bit getting home, but making moves.
Yes, sir. Cheerleader. Yes, indeed. Madam Sharp.
I'm doing well too.
Okay. That's what's up. So you know, once again, we are here. The third string. The third string offense is here. The third string offense.
Sometimes the third string is
Okay, I don't know where she went, but yeah.
She cut out. Yeah, she cut out. But we gotta
But
we
you know,
gotta. Go ahead.
we just here today. We here today. We just here, and we just here to talk our issues. Usually, how this thing has started, we always went on just talking that issue. We don't have no playbook in sight. We are just going with the flow, and that's how it is sometimes. So you know, if anybody out there wants to talk their talk, this is the time. But I know that you are a sports guy, Pastor Andrew. What do you feel about Draymond?
So this is the thing. This is what I'm gonna say. Draymond is gonna be Draymond. We already know that he has a strong personality, and we already know, what I'm saying, that he's, kind of take
Miles.
take force with
Can
things
you
or
call
whatever.
him now?
I think it didn't surprise me what happened, but I think I saw something that I agree with. I feel like whatever happened in house in that team shouldn't have been shared with everybody publicly like that.
So what happened? Far as I know,
Okay.
they just was saying he was going to get a fine. Did they actually come out to say what the fine was going to be?
I haven't heard
No, but
anything
he's
about
also stepping down though.
He said, "Say that."
He is stepping. I believe he said he's going to step down from the team. So you know, I mean, it is what it is.
or step back for a while.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
cause
yeah, yeah.
cause he think that if he don't step back, they're gonna probably give him a sanction, or look at it as unsportsmanlike or something.
They're gonna give him that regardless of what he do. I think
Right.
he stepped back just to just to take responsibility for what happened.
Mm.
Yeah, so I mean, this is life. Things that happen out here. Also this week, we want to say shout out to one of the hot girls, but I don't think she calls herself a hot girl. But shout out to the Barty Gang Zone, Cardi B. Her birthday, I believe, was yesterday. So you know, just I like to say that I believe the women of hip hop, rap, whatever, whatever, whatever you want to say in that culture is really taking over. The women are really showing out and showing up. You know what I'm saying? So I want to shout out to those women in that industry who's really showing off and doing their thing. Some of us might look at them as, man, what are y'all doing? Y'all out here just shaking their ass and this and the third. But sometimes I think some of them women, they also they have a lot of girls who look up to them, and they might reach them in some type of way. Even though it might be looking like negative to us, they might look at them in some type of way and be able to speak to them. I have a lot of conversations with a lot of different people. And I tell them that working with kids, you never know how it may be, what you are doing to let them open up to you. So you know, just shout out to the women of hip hop, man. They doing their
Yeah,
thing.
definitely. Regardless of what people, how people see the struggle and see what they got going on. You know, you got to look at the positive. Cardi B turned a situation of stripping and everything like that to a positive, and now she's an artist making good money and things like that. So that's definitely good things.
Right, right, right. So also um, what is it? Anod, Anod, what's his name? How you say his name? Anod. Is that his name? Is that his name? Madam Kathy.
I'm not really sure because I it's like I'm familiar with them a little bit, but I don't really know the
No,
crew
no, no,
like that.
rap no more. I'm talking about the guy who charges was dropped yesterday. Anod, Arnold, what's his name?
The charges for which case?
The guy who
Oh,
was locked
Marilyn
up.
Mosby dropped that.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Maryland. There's something that Marilyn Mosby dropped.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So they just dropped the case yesterday on him. So after almost 23 years, he is a free man. And I want to say sometimes that when that justice system fails, you just gotta keep on fighting. So for all those folks that's behind the wall, and if they all feel like they're in the right, just keep on fighting the fight, fighting a good fight.
Okay, so Randy said his name is Adrian Saeed. Thank
Adrian.
you, Saeed. Yep, and he's officially free.
Oh, I didn't
Thank
know the
you,
man name was.
thank
I
you,
thought
Rand.
it was Adrian. I thought his name was Anod.
Mm. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. It's Anard. I'm sorry, Anard Saeed. I looked at it real brief and I thought it said Adrian, but it was Anard. You're right,
Okay, okay,
ADNANSYED. So
okay.
Anard. See,
I just want to make sure that I'm saying it right. But
no, I just saw the A and the D and I just assumed that it was Adrian. So you're right. You are politically correct that it was Anard.
mhm. Also, getting into mental health, right? We talk about mental health all the time. We talk about people going through things, and I want to say that I don't know if it was this week or last week or however it's been. Ray J posted something about being on the bridge and he wanted to jump off the bridge, and the guy who's a big time, I guess, gangster, whatever, gang member, whatever he is over there in LA, he basically tweeted like, "Go ahead and just jump off." And my thing is, yo, you gonna tell this other brother, a brother of yours, not literally, but a brother who has kids and a wife, to just go ahead and kill yourself? This man is reaching out for help. He's crying out for help. And he even had a little snippet of an interview. I think it was yesterday, when he was like, "Man, I wish I could take back basically all the things that I've done as a kid, all that stuff, getting in trouble." He said, "Getting in trouble and being a gangster and all these other things." Man, he said, man, I wish I could just go back to singing and tapping. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess he realized now as he's getting older, like all that dumb stuff was just dumb. You know, he's like basically like all he was doing was tapping ass. He should have been just tapping as far as tap dancing. You know, but you know, you never know what people are going through out there. But if somebody is crying out and they out here talking about they're to kill themselves, don't push them off the edge. You know, don't push them off the edge, man. So you know, just keep all people in mental health in prayers, man.
Well, you know, some people have the thought or the kind of the philosophy that people are, if they announce what they really about to do, that they're just attention seeking, and it's not, you know, so much that they really want to commit suicide. And I don't know which side of the fence I kind of go on. It's like, you know, part of me want to say yes, it could be attention seeking, because if you want to do something, most time you'll just go ahead and do it and you don't speak about it. But then a part of me saying that, you know, that it could be really real. And the one time when you think it's attention seeking, that's the time when a person actually does do something.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
That's the point about it, and that's everything you said. Both of y'all said was completely accurate. But that's why it's a thing where you got to be careful what you say in those situations, because it could go either way, and because it could go either way, you're taking a gamble if you assess the situation as if this person is just seeking attention, or they ain't really gonna do it. This and that. That's taking a gamble. So being that that's a situation that there's some kind of percentage where the person can actually take their own life, then we can't afford to make comments and say stuff like that.
You're absolutely right. So you know, since we're talking about attention seeking, Mr. Marquise Jackson, 50 Cent, Curtis Jackson's son, has been posting about this $6,700 that he receives monthly. And I believe that he's of age, but hey, he's saying that he gets only $6,700 monthly for child support. And he's saying that his father needs to step it up. And he's making all type of posts about it and everything. And I'm just looking around like, yo, you getting money that a lot of kids, a lot of people, I guess, aren't getting. Like, what more do you want from this man? Or what, you know, now he's saying that he'll give that money back just it's 60, I think it might be 67,000. Randy, help me out. I think it's 67,000.
He gets $67,000 a month and he's complaining.
It's either 6,700 or 67,000, but I want to say it's 67,000, and he's complaining. You know, and now he's saying that I'll give all that money up just to spend time with my father. Um, I just feel like people in the world of celebrity, you know, those celebrities out there, I just feel like, yo, y'all are very entitled, and he's one of them. He's, you know, these children are very entitled. You know, the average child is entitled. So imagine this with a celebrity. They're just entitled. Like, I don't understand if you're getting all of this money monthly. What more do you want? Like, you know, some people are saying that a child is supposed to live how the person that's paying child support is living, I guess. But if the average Joe is basically spending all of his time just paying child support, and he has no way of living and surviving for himself, like you just drain this man. But you know, of course, Curtis Jackson, 50 Cent, is a millionaire. So you know, those are not my you know my levels of money. But you know, it's crazy.
Well, Randy just
I got
chimed
a
in and
question.
Randy said it was a 6,700. So
700. Okay.
I
yeah.
was just about to say, Randy said it was 6,700. This is
Yeah.
my
So
question, real quick. Is
uh,
the people that say the child should be living at the level of the person that's paying child support, are they millionaires and billionaires, or are they underneath of that?
I want to say they're probably average jokers, but you know, I mean, even You know, it might be people who's millionaires, but it might be average jokers. You know, I mean,
Um,
I just feel like these kids out here, man. You know, and I got, you know, a couple of adult children too, and I just feel like they're very entitled. You know, you got some who, you know, they only talk to you when they want something, and you know, they think that you're supposed to just do it all. And you know, as I talk to, you know, people, I say, God forbid something happened to a parents. A lot of these kids are not surviving. They won't even know how to go to the doctor, go and make dinner, go just small things. You know what I'm saying? That the entitlement is just too much for these kids, man. It's just crazy, man. You know, so hey,
there's people that don't make 6,700 a month
right,
in employment.
right.
So this is the thing. Maybe he feel like it's not a lot of money. Okay, there's two. Excuse me. There's two ways to look at that. And while I agree, a guardian giving money ain't the same as spending time. Because we had this conversation about Nick Cannon,
Mm-hmm.
for instance, how he got all these kids, and I wonder if he's spending time with the kids. Because you know, giving money and spending time are two different things. So I get that. Also, at the same token, I can't judge 50 Cent because he's 50 Cent.
Mm-hmm.
And his status, you know, what he makes and who he is, it it it's stuff that he needs to do because of who he is. So, you know, it might not be feasible for him to be able to spend as much time as his son would like him to, if that makes sense.
I got you. I understand. I understand. I truly understand. But also want to shout out and send prayers up to Willie Spence. Willie Spence was on American Idol. I think he was like the second runner up. And it's so crazy. Yesterday he had a nice little singing, whatever he was singing on his I want to say his live or his story. And then next thing you know, he had a car accident, or he was involved in a car accident, and he passed away. So
Mm.
shout out to Willie Spence who passed.
Yeah, he ran into they said he ran into the back of a tractor trailer. But they didn't say why he ran into. Sorry, y'all, I got some noise in the background, but he ran into the back of a tractor trailer, and um that's how he, had this collision. And they say he was on the way to Atlanta.
Mm.
I read the story today about it, and they were saying that a lot of the people from American Idol were really, really disturbed and upset with, what happened with him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's really crazy, you know. I don't know. A lot of things be going on, and a lot of things happen. You know, life is so short, man. You know, and I was listening. I was listening to Puff's interview. The first, I mean, I listened to the whole thing, but the first part of it really got me to start to thinking about life. And you know, Puff is in his 50s, and he's just enjoying life. So he was in a deep, dark depression, and you know, I guess he's starting to come out. But one thing that I did take from the first part of it, you know, just dealing with people and dealing with, you know, whatever he's dealing with as far as, you know, his side and his little chicks and all these things is it's about being happy, living life, being happy. Whatever makes you happy, just do it. Like you never know. That man, Willie Spence, was singing proudly on his live, on his story, or whatever. And hours later, he's in a car accident and he's passed away. So you know, like I said, just listening to Puff's interview, and it's just how he's now just so happy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, some of us might look at his situationship as crazy, him being in his 50s and his friend is in her 20s, but he's just being happy. He's just, so just let's just be happy, man. We never know what's gonna happen these days. You never know when the time or the hour is. But yeah, just shout out to Willie Spence and condolences to his family, man.
Amen.
It's just even just locally, man. There's a lot going on. Young kids out here dying, and out here playing with these guns, and it's so crazy how the news is like, oh man, we're down in murders recently. We're down in murders. What is that something to celebrate? Like, I understand, yeah, we're down in murders, but damn, it should be no murders. And I know that's
Yeah.
hard to say, but man, I'm not out here trying to celebrate no. Man, that's crazy.
Well, I think that a lot of times is, like, people, it just kind of go back to the old saying is that how do people measure, you know, things? Do they measure on what's going around on other people's circle or what's going on in their immediate circle? So, um, that could be one of the reasons why, the media thinks it's a good thing that, our murder rate is down. But we still got murders going on and nothing has changed. There's no new police intervention or strategy happening. It's the same, the same old, same old. It's just that maybe people just don't feel like being active now.
But do you think that the shooters are just chilling for now, and something is coming that's going to happen big, or what do you think, or do you think that they're adjusting the numbers, or what do you think?
Yeah, to me, the way that when like, by me working in a hospital and seeing that just about every day, every hospital is on red, no, the numbers aren't down. And it's
So
to the point now that, um, it used to be that, if you call EMS, you going to the you don't you go to the closest hospital. Now, like I said, all of the hospitals are on red. So you could go far away. You get picked up in say downtown Baltimore, they might be transporting you all the way to Franklin Square. They bypassing Hopkins and Mercy.
yeah, I feel you, because I told my doctor the other day I was trying to I was telling the person I was trying to make an appointment, and I said, look, I'm not going to no hospital sitting 12 hours, so yeah, I need to make me an appointment.
Yeah, and that's another thing. You can't even, when did it become such a time where you can't even get an appointment with your doctor, your PCP for a month or two?
I feel you. That's good. That's good. I feel you. I feel you on that. Yeah, you gotta. I don't know. Things are just crazy in life. Like, I don't,
Well, one of the
One
things
thing,
that, go ahead, Pastor. I'm
I was gonna
sorry.
say one thing that's convenient is the urgent cares they didn't put up. Like I know at my hospital where I work security at U Memorial, they have a
because it was in this.
they have a what is that thing called? Um, Cairo Street Medical is what it's called. But it's like an urgent care place. The urgent care places are a lot, and it helps with the ER lines or whatever. So like you don't have to go to the ER for this and that.
mhm.
Some of the things not mercy. Like you can go to these urgent care places instead.
Oh,
Okay. Okay. I feel
I
you on.
mean, and that's why urgent kids is now, if you notice, they popping up everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Yeah, but you know what about urgent cares, and I hate urgent care because I know that these aren't the full-fledged doctors. And what I noticed that about urgent care is like they be googling stuff. Then they come in and just give you this broad thing. Oh yeah, that's bronchitis. Take this medication right here and follow up with your whatever physician. You know what I'm saying? So when it came to me, 2019, I had a situation. I'm coughing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, I'm just coughing the whole week going by, shortness of breath, blah, 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 blah. I go to do the show. We at the show, and I'm just, going through the show. We're in the studio. I'm just going through it, whatever. Come to find out, man, I had to be rushed to the emergency room. I had hella blood clots. But the urgent care told me, oh, it's just bronchitis. You know what I'm saying? So those urgent cares, they are really getting over. You charging somebody $25 a head, and people go there all the time because they don't want to wait in that 12-hour line, 13-hour line at the emergency room. Or you can't get into your doctor's office. You know what I'm saying? Like, they making a lot of money. So like you said, Miss Sharp Lady, yeah, they popping up all over the place. But damn, let's be serious. You know what I'm saying? They're making a killing out there as well.
Yeah. Well, like you said, the staff, a lot of they have maybe had one or two nurses, but most of the staff is can be CNAs or MAs, medical assistants or certified nurses assistants, and then they have a lot of physician assistants as the doctor, or they have nurse practitioners. You're not going to see too many doctors in the urgent care.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. But yeah, it's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. It's really crazy.
Randy was like, Lord, not Franklin Square.
Yes,
What's
Randy,
wrong
you
with
going
Franklin
for?
Square?
You know they were rated in if you I don't know if you guys ever read Baltimore Child, but Franklin Square was rated as the best ER for children.
Mm.
Mm.
So they are they each one of EDs do have their area of expertise and may not be like for me personally, I don't like St. Agnes, but they're saying that if you have a heart attack, that's one of the number one places to go, there or Northwest.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't recommend Northwestern nobody. Sinai
That's
either.
the same way I feel, but I'm saying St. Agnes, that's the way I feel. But when you look up like rates and stats, they have this is their area that they're achieving in.
Mm. So let me ask y'all a quick question. So listening to these different shows and things like that. Say if, well, I guess this might be. It could be for both. It could be for everybody, men and women. But let me start with Sharp Lady. Say you getting married. Getting married. You got your date. You got your everything set, right? You got your brides, ladies in check, and everybody got their role and everything, right? So what if one of your bridesmaid, y'all in the group text messaging, bridesmaid shoots you a text message and says, and this is in the group text, hey, look, I can't be in your wedding no more. I'm getting married on that same week, around that same time. How would you feel about that? Hey, hey.
I would be very upset with that person because if they committed, it's really hard to find someone to step in that role. And I had that happen to me when I was getting married. Um, my bridemaid exited like 2 weeks before my wedding, and I had to wind up finding someone else to fill in, or even cut a groomsman. And so I found myself finding someone, but I had, because it was so short notice, I had to wind up putting out money to help that person to get a dress, get it altered, pressed, and shoes, and the whole 9 yards. And it was very uncomfortable.
Mm, mm, mm. How would you feel, Pastor, if one of your groommen said, I can't be in your wedding no more because I'm getting married on the same week? Would you feel some type of way?
I'd be upset, and I would feel like it could have been prevented or whatever, because that's not one of them. That's not one of them things you'd be like, oh, I forgot I was getting married, or um, oh, what a coincidence. I'm getting married at the same time. That ain't one of them things or whatever. So that would come to be like a decision that you made to do that in lieu of being in the wedding. So that
Would
yeah, I
you feel
would
like
have.
would you feel like they was jealous of you, hating on you, or just trying to sabotage you?
I wouldn't go for the sabotage. I would just say feel like that they're making it. They might be making it about them. Maybe.
Selfishness.
Pretty much, because like like
It's
Pastor
time for
said,
wedding. I want to get married that day too.
it's something that's planned, and people know in advance. So why commit to something that if you got some plans that you're not gonna be able to fulfill the obligation.
Mm. I understand. So let me ask you another question. Say you are, I don't know what age. Let's say over 16 years old. No. Okay, let's put it another way. Say, okay, this probably would be for Pastor. Say you had a child, right? 16, between maybe 16 and 20. And you about to go pick up your child. And your child is waiting for you. Say you got to the wherever they at, school, work, wherever, and there was another guy there talking about, oh yeah, I'm here to pick up my daughter, and give the same exact name. Would you feel some type of way after raising this child, and you thinking it's your child, and another man is there to pick up your child? How would you feel about that?
Yeah, I would feel some kind of way or whatever. So you saying that in these events that you're talking about, these latest events, that this guy that's there to pick up my daughter might be her father, and I'm not. That's what you're saying?
Hey, we got a 2-father situation. The baby got a 2-for-1, but you might have been thinking that this is your daughter the whole time, and the other guy might have been thinking that's his daughter the whole time as well. And y'all going to go pick up the baby now. I mean, well, I ain't gonna say the baby, but now you find out what the hell going on here. Of course, somebody wasn't being honest, but it's like, damn, what's going on?
Mm.
It happens, and there are people like that who take that secret with them to the grave.
Mm-hmm.
And they play both odds against the middle, hoping that those two people don't never confront each other.
Mm-hmm. So you think the mother is wrong for not explaining what's happening, or who do you think is wrong? Is anybody wrong?
I think that I think that the mother should explain the situation and just deal with the consequences of it. But I guess you have to evaluate the situation and see, how, because at the end of the day, that's who this situation really comes down to. What is the child? What's the child's response going to be to this?
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
But I'm telling you, I know plenty of folks out there like that. And then, sometimes people pass it off by saying something like, oh, well, you just got two. You just got two of this or two of that.
Being that
Mm-hmm.
of a guy, I'm not even gonna lie. My first instinct would be a 2-piece, and I ain't talking about chicken.
Wow, the pastor putting his hands up. You putting some paws on somebody, Pastor?
In that situation, you got to. I mean, I ain't gonna say you got to, because you know what though? In all honesty, Pastor, that guy might be oblivious just like how you are.
He could be. He could be. I'm just saying what the initial reaction might be. What I would want to do.
So you going straight and slapping?
No, I ain't gonna say I'm gonna do that. I'm saying what the initial reaction would be before I get the facts. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the other thing too is that sometimes you can look at situations for what they really are, and then looking at them situations for what they really are, did the mother know? Did the father know, or did they both know what type of people they dealing with, and then they just decided to still keep moving forward? Because I'm a firm believer that everybody to a certain degree know who they dealing with. Mm-hmm. Just like when a man meet a woman, he know if she out both legs, and then vice versa, the woman knows when that man is out there hoeing. But everybody might take this denial stance for a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, I know the birthday lady is off, and where in the hell is Carmen Siciliego? But I believe they left some topics. It is getting to that hour of topic hour, so let's bring on those good topics, good folks.
You want to start it off, because one of the topics basically was talking about being a breast cancer survivor, or being a cancer survivor in general. What is your awareness, and how do you feel about having a month and certain things dedicated to breast cancer awareness?
Shout out to all the breast cancer survivors. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to people that's lost a loved one to breast cancer. Pink October is pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Okay, you got your pink on, I see.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, shout out to my mother, and we usually do like a breast cancer type show during this month. I don't know if we're gonna have it, but yeah, I mean, shout out to my mother, because she done beat the breast cancer situation. I remember when I found out my mother had breast cancer and she was about to go get the chemo and to get the surgery and all that, I was so brokenhearted. Like, man, I'm just like, man, chemo ain't nothing but death. And that was in my mind frame. Like, man, I'm not trying to lose my mother, but it's been so many years later down the road, and I guess if you just stay up on it and check up on it, it should be all good still.
Well, I think that one of the important things that you need to know about cancer is that it can be very invasive. It can just come very strong, and breast cancer survivor are, like, to me, one of the strongest people that exists, because chemotherapy takes a major toll on the baby. Ooh, I meant to say on the body.
Damn, she got a baby of mine, y'all.
It's not talking about.
I'm not fooling with you, DJ Frank.
They put this on my plate. Huh? Somebody want to put something on the plate.
My bad. It was I was trying to look at some of the stuff that we had in our group chat for the topics or whatever. It took me to Instagram last again.
Was it the one with the with the clerk? I'm not the clerk. The bailiff.
No, it was the other one. It was just it was the other one. But I know what you're talking about. I saw that Instagram one.
Yeah. Yeah, that one was actually crazy to me. I don't know if you saw it, Miss Sharp Lady, the one with the bailiff.
No, I seen it in the group chat, the group text, but I haven't had a chance to look at it.
So basically, they was in court, and I didn't remember what the trial was about, but the guy was like, "Man, look at you. You look upset. you just look mad. And the judge like, he's been married for 20 years. He's like, yeah, exactly. Look, he just looked mad. So then, he just kept on talking, and next thing you know, the same bailiff was going to trial for killing his wife. Like, wow, that's crazy right there.
Well, I think that, sometimes people forget that, that there are certain situations in life that are more stressful than others. And going through divorce is a stressful situation, especially if you don't want the divorce and you feel like your hand is being forced, whether or not it's because um, the person isn't the best person for you right then and there in that season of your life, and you still love them, or whether or not you're going through stress because they are refusing everything and trying to hold up the divorce. I mean, I've known people who've went to court multiple times because every little thing that the person could challenge in the divorce, they did.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
So it can be, it could be a tricky situation, and it can push you to the edge of, of doing something drastic or something that you never thought that you would do.
Man, but I tell you this much: ain't no way in the world, ain't no way in the world that somebody's gonna drive me to kill them. You know what I'm saying? Like, freedom, freedom is the best luxury besides time, and time goes with freedom. Time goes with freedom, and those are two luxuries that you cannot get back. So if somebody drives you to the point of you want to kill them, my lord, that's just crazy. Instead of walking away, that's just really crazy. That's just
I
really
agree.
crazy. There's no way in hell I would let somebody drive me to the point that I got to kill them. That means you taking away. And say, what if y'all got kids? Like the guy in Baltimore. He tried to say him and his stepdaughter, I mean him and his daughter killed his wife. Like, is it money that drives people to kill somebody?
Oh
Because
yeah, that was definitely money. That case was strictly about money. It was strictly about, him and getting, to be the cash in on this insurance beneficiary. And I guess he was going to split the proceeds with his daughter. So that was definitely, as they said, money can be the root of all evil.
yeah, but shit, hell with it. Ain't nobody gotta kill me. Just tell me what you want. Serious.
Football this week. Real quick. We got a rivalry this week. Hutch.
We ain't never had a rivalry because I ain't never knew the Giants was a rivalry to the Ravens.
No,
Who
y'all
the
not rivals to us. I'm saying we have a rivalry this week, being that we play each other.
There ain't never been no rivalry. It's just two teams playing, and they only play a couple times. Maybe once in a blue moon. There ain't no rivalry,
All
but
right.
yeah. I see y'all. Y'all gonna be coming it up to, you know, the great city of Well, we're not gonna say New York City, but close enough. So y'all gonna be coming to New Jersey to come and see them big, big blue boys. And I ain't talking about blue balls. I'm talking about them big giants. So we're gonna see what happens. Of
We're gonna
course,
see. It should be a good game. Y'all had a really good game against the Packers.
yeah, over there in London. I wish I'd have known it was in London. I would have went over there and see if I could have sip a little tea and get me a little fish and chips.
Hmm.
But yeah, man. I mean, sports is like it's different now. Now I'm hearing about roughing the passer. They trying to just now saying basically they roughing the passer a little too much now. Like everything
Yeah.
is a flag now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I just remember being a kid and those football games was, man. If those was the games that we had today, a lot of these players wouldn't be playing
Yeah, this is
because
true.
that was the real gridiron.
Yeah.
That was the real, like, oh yeah, we out here stepping on people's feet, legs, and all type of stuff with them cleats, your hands. That's some real gridiron stuff that was back in the day. It was no flags and all this. Everything is a flag. Like, yo, 2 minutes should not be 30 minutes. 2 minutes should not be 30 minutes. Like, that's crazy. All the flags that are thrown nowadays, man.
Yeah. Real quick, I didn't see this, but well, I did see it, but I didn't say it out loud. The boss jumped on. The birthday girl said, "I see you in your pink, Pastor." And then our loyal moderator said, "The love of money is the root of all evil." Piggybacking on what Sharp Lady said.
Yeah, I mean, you know what they say. For the love of money,
For the
people will
love of
rob your
money.
brother.
Yeah, I mean, people will do a lot for money. I mean, people will go against family members. They'll go against, anybody who interferes with them going into money. I mean, think about, and Pastor, you can't relate to this, but Hutch, you can relate to 5,000. How many people was in there for money laundering, embezzlement?
Mm-hmm.
Coming up with quick schemes to conspire for money. All of those the white collar crimes are heavy and serious. I mean, you got to be careful now about, putting your bank card in the machine to get money because you don't know if the machine is rigged.
Yeah. You gotta keep your Cash App locked.
Yeah,
Yep.
I take my card off.
That and so they done moved. It used to be that they were always, taking stuff from PayPal. Now they moved to Cash App, and now Cash App not safe. Now they saying, and they moved to Zelle. Now they saying Zelle ain't safe.
Yeah, the difference between Zelle and Cash App, like Cash App, if it's a legit
No.
thing, you can prove the scam, you can get your money back. They said on Zelle, you don't get your money back when you get the Zelle taken from you.
Well, you can get your money back with Zelle because Zelle is associated with the bank. Cash App
Yeah.
is the one you can't get your money back from.
Mm-hmm.
You send that you want somebody to take your
Nah,
Cash App.
it was flip
Yeah.
flop. My wife explained it to me some kind of way, but it
Yeah,
was flip flop.
Zelle, you can get your money. Cash App, you ain't getting nothing.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Cash App, you're not getting nothing because even if you put a dispute in, I tell you, I went to the snowball stand with a friend. Just to get a snowball. 2 snowballs was $8.98, right? And one, and I blame the person because I was like, you were wrong because first of all, you shouldn't have never gave the person, your phone to enter the amount. That's where the thing. But anyway, the person entered $898.
Mm.
And so, when they realized that it was the wrong amount and they went in and approached the person, they was like, no, I'm not giving you your money back. You should have checked it before you said press send. You said okay, press send. So now it's my money. And so they, did all kind of disputes and everything. And they even called the police and tried to get the police. And the police told them, that it wasn't really anything that they could do as far as like saying that it was a deliberate crime and that if they wanted the money back, they're going to have to go through the court proceedings. So that's what the person is going through now to try to get their money back.
Having a daughter.
Well, you know what's so crazy because as we just saying, people do anything for money. that Cash App is a big scam too. Because my whole thing is, like I had to tell an employee the other day, everything is about an honor system. So if I Cash App you the wrong amount, you should be able to Cash App me back, refund me my money back, because it's about being honest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people use those Cash Apps and all those type of Venmo and them type of things because you can get away with a lot with those type of things. You know what I'm saying? So while they out there just scheming and scamming, I never seen so many scams ever. You got people who they sending me. I be getting stuff from Best Buy. What's the little the thing for the computer for the viruses, Nordit or Nortrid or whatever it's called.
Yeah, the virus software.
Yeah, this virus software be sending me stuff. PayPal be sending me stuff. All these invoices. If you do not pay attention to these things and you don't know what you got going on, you could be paying a lot of people a lot of money because these people are scamming real heavy.
Yeah, and that's true because a company that I contracted myself out, they told me to use PayPal to request money for my services. So I did it. And then, a couple of days later, they coming back at me, telling me I'm trying to scam them because some kind of place that did lashes was asking them for the same, invoicing them for the same amount of money that they told me to invoice them for.
Crazy.
So, it's that dark web is something else because there's always somebody there watching.
Mm-hmm. People is out here trying to get you bad. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to get you. They are trying to get you. No matter what you do, no matter how you try to protect yourself. And these banks ain't worth shit either because they have you fighting for your money. Like, why would I lie for this amount of money? You see it. I'm in Maryland, and somebody in Kentucky and went to Walmart and got $500 worth of stuff. How? How am I here? And they, you know what I'm saying? Like they in the store, not like it's an online thing. They over there. Like how? Come on now.
Well, shout out to Wells Fargo. I had a situation happen where my card got snatched from being on the cruise, and they were really good and on it, of returning the money. However, some of the credit unions suck.
A lot of these banks, but I want to
No,
shout out Bank of America
the,
because they don't
the
play around.
credit union.
Bank of America, if you start using that thing at one location several times, they'll shut your whole situation down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Wells Fargo would do that too, but I'm saying the credit unions, they're supposed to be for the members, and they're the hardest to give you grace or to try to help you resolve the situation. So that's kind of one of them situations where I guess where you gotta think about money and power kind of rule people all the time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it can change. Do that just bring it? What do you all think that money changes people?
Hell yeah. Shit, money changes people, man. You could be $100 in there today. Tomorrow you could be a $500,000 in there, $1 million in there, and you just start doing some crazy stuff. Money changes people, and I know a lot of people say, "Hey, if I get this amount of money, fuck y'all." I done heard it before. You know what I'm saying? If I win the lottery, blah 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 blah. So people change with money, and you can see how people wear their money. And I had a conversation with somebody, and recently, and sometimes I tell them like, look, every day I ain't gonna have on to and fro. Some days I might just want to put on that shit because I just feel like it. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to just be able to do it. And it all goes back for me. It all goes back to just loving life and just, hey, I just want to do this today. It don't gotta be every day, but yeah, people do change with money. So yeah, I will agree with that statement.
I think that that we need to really, really, as they said, think about, where our priorities are. And, I think when you start worrying about, thinking about how you can take things and money from other people, then I don't know, your whole mindset is, getting twisted.
Oh, taking is different. I'm talking about earning your own, having your own money. If you taking, then no, that ain't no good look.
Randy said, I'll tell y'all after the Mega Millions on Friday if I change.
Huh?
Randy said, I'll tell y'all after the Mega Millions on Friday if I change. LOL.
Hey, Randy, I'll tell you this. I don't play the lottery, but if I was to win the lottery, shit, I'd be doing some crazy stuff. Have y'all seen that show? Like that show be like How I Won My Millions or whatever like that, or like I think they got a show that come on or it might still come on like how they lost their lottery or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or people who win a whole bunch of money and the things that they be doing. Like
I've seen that.
it be some crazy stuff people be doing for real.
Yeah.
I think I seen an episode where it was a lady in North Carolina. Um, I think I seen like one episode of it.
Yes, indeed. People be doing some crazy stuff out here, man.
Well,
Yeah.
so
Did we ever discuss Mace's response to Puffy?
So I think the whole thing got a little bit messy, but it also it's like started to take a change where like um, Kanye got in the mix. But I mean Puff. Who do you think really, in all actuality, is gonna say Puff robbed me? Like May said, Big is dead. Craig Mack is dead.
Black Rob.
Rob,
Yep.
Black Rob is dead. Who was gonna say? Who's gonna come out with total? Who's gonna say? Yeah, he robbed me. And Puff, and also in that interview, Puff said he never robbed nobody. He despises thieves. Blah 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 blah. But again, like we discussed, I believe last week, and as Toya was saying, it's the contracts. It's not robbery. It's in the contract. So if somebody shows you a contract, and all you see is the bottom line of $100 million, but you don't read the part where it says you got to pay for your own entourage getting here. You got to pay for lodging. You got to pay for transportation. That jewelry you wear, you got to pay for that. If you're not looking at all the fine points, is it really robbery?
I agree.
Is it really robbery? And again, if I, as the label head, sponsored your room, your clothing, your transportation, your eating, all of these things, you now owe me. And that is all in the contract as well. Now I'm not here to dispute on Puff's behalf, but this happens every day. You know what I'm saying? So as Puff said, I don't want to go down in that light. I don't want my legacy to be tarnished. But let's be real. If these people are not looking over their contracts, you are bound to get fucked. So I feel like Mace, I think he has an album or something coming out. So it might be all the controversy, and I don't know what's going on with him, and it's just a lot of crazy stuff happening.
yeah. Well, speaking about people not responding and people taking a different approach, did you all hear about LeBron canceling the last episode because he had Kanye on, and he kind of had this agreement with Kanye that they weren't going to talk about things, and he wasn't going to kind of talk about his um racial or political stance, and I guess Kanye did it anyway. So now he's canceling that
So
particular episode.
I mean, I don't watch the show, and I don't know all the fine tuning behind it. I know it was canceled, but my thing is this: if we having a show right now, and I tell somebody, hey, you can't talk about X, Y, and Z, why would I continue to take the show instead of stopping the show and saying, look, I told you this is what it was. We can't go on like this. So you just wasted all your money doing all that editing and all this other stuff to now turn around and cancel the show. Yo, let me tell you something. Kanye wearing the White Lives Matter shirt don't matter to me. Kanye he has a, I don't know if they married or divorced, but his wife or ex-wife is white. His kids are half white. The man can, and the man can really. It's all about his perception and how he feels. It's his prerogative. I don't know why people take so much energy into what Kanye's doing. We know he's not stable mentally, and maybe that might be to us. But that man, he might be a genius to other people, and he might just be out here just talking and talk.
I think that people are forgetting that, may just what you said, Hutch, that that this is a person who may have had, and if I remember a few years ago, um, they said he had a diagnosis, and that there was a lot of things that was going on. I want to say he may even been hospitalized.
I don't know, but I mean, he been going through since his mother passed away.
Well, that's one of the things that when you get into grief and stuff, and the experts in grief will tell you that grief looks different ways for different people, and there's not any stop or start time. So maybe that is possibly, the situation for him. But then, you know, sometimes I wonder, does Kanye do different things because he always wants to kind of come across or come up as being original or
I think
extra?
I think it's extra and original.
But either way, LeBron had to protect his brand, so he did what he had to do to protect his brand. Because I feel like if he would have aired that episode, yeah, some contracts would have been cut.
And you know what's so crazy is I don't feel like LeBron should have to cancel anything. You know what I'm saying? But again, as we just stated, contracts. You can't talk what you want to talk on your own show because you tied down to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? You knew that when you was inviting that man Kanye West to your show, you know he not just gonna be on the script that y'all want him to be on. So why would you even invite a person like that to your show? That makes absolutely no sense. I'm gonna invite Kanye West and then try to muzzle him. Really?
Yeah, you got a point,
Yeah,
because
you got
that
a
is a
point.
person that you can't muzzle.
Yeah, exactly. Don't waste your time, your money, or the effort of trying to muzzle that man. Like, come on now. That's the same man who said George Bush does not like us, or whatever he said up against George Bush. They supposed to be doing stuff. What was it, Katrina? They supposed to be out there raising money for hurricane victims. And he's talking about George Bush does not like us. He's the same man who jumped on the stage when Taylor Swift won that award and said, "No, no, no, you don't deserve this. Beyonce had the blah 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 blah." Come on now. And you thought that this man was going to come on your show and just be chill? And you know what's so crazy? I want to know in 2022, almost 2023, is there even such thing as freedom of speech? Is
I
there
be,
such thing as freedom of speech? Every time somebody says something, you can't have your own opinion. If you say something about the blacks, oh, hell no, we got to cancel that guy. If you say something about the LGBT, oh, hell no, we ain't doing that. The man wear a white lives matter shirt. A black man wear a white lives matter shirt with his sidekick Candace Owens. Oh, what in the world are they doing? So you can't wear what you want, say what you want, anything no more. So is it really freedom of speech out here?
What prompted him to wear that anyway?
I don't know his what happened. I don't know the background of it, but he had it on. Maybe Randy can help us out with why he had that shirt on. I don't know. I couldn't tell you why he had that shirt on. I don't know, man. I just want to know. I really want to know, do we have what is really called freedom of speech anymore?
I don't think we have any more freedom of speech. I think that that everybody's being censored. But it's just a quiet censoring.
But why do we have to be censored?
That to me, that's the question of the day. I think that censorship is back in because um it's everybody is so afraid now of what platform they want to subscribe to and how they're going to be viewed politically, racially, socially, and religiously. And it's just out there. And I think that the fear started when it started all of this, like, different things that started building up to the riot at the Capitol. And now everybody's hiding things and going to jail for things that happened years and years ago. I just think it's the era of time that we're in right now.
I mean, it's just crazy to me, though. You can't say nothing. You can't do nothing. Nothing can be nothing. It's like, what is the point? I just feel like everybody is just phony. If you have a major platform, it's like you have to be what they want you to be, or you can't have that platform. You can't say this, you can't say that, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't wear this, you can't wear that, or so it all boils down to, again, money is the root of all evil because money runs those platforms. If if I get if I have a show, it's on Apple Music, Spotify, whatever the case may be, and they paying me X amount of dollars, but because I had a certain person on and they was talking this talk, I can't control them. They talking this talk. We having a good conversation though, but now I got to cancel the episode. Money.
Well, it just go back. Money is, like you said, the root of all things. It rules everything around us. Brandy brought up some interesting point. Brandy said that um, Kanye got him exhausted. He has no idea of what he's talking about and why he talks about the things he talked about. And he thinks that it's too much focus on the guy, and he's just praying for his well-being.
You're absolutely right. It's too much focus on him, but guess what? Kanye West has been in the news every week. He knows what he's doing. Maybe it's his marketing way of things. Maybe it's just his way of things, but these people aren't exhausting to me because they do not exist in my world. They only exist in the social media world. You know, they're artists. They have rich people issues. It's like watching Ratchet TV. It's the same thing. It's the same. He just not on the show. But if somebody gave this guy a show, it would be the same thing. Yes, he needs help. He needs help. But
Yeah,
it's like you watching the same different show, the same people, just different shows. It's all entertaining. But he just wants to be, and the more that people give him the attention that he is seeking, the more things that he will do. What person do you know will have a clothing line with Gap and put the clothes in a trash bag and tell people they have to dig through the trash bag to get their size? What sense does that make?
it doesn't make a lot of
That's
sense,
not
but
fashion. How's that fashion? Digging through a trash bag to get the size clothing? What sense does that make?
it makes a statement that he's Kanye West and he could do what he want to do and not be held accountable. But I think that the thing that the thing is that we um we need to think about that, um where the focus is and who really runs things. And this is a case where right now this guy is kind of capitalizing and running the hip hop world, and he's allowed to do what he want to do. So I'm with Randy, just sending him my prayers.
You gotta send them your praises, your prayers. You gotta send them your prayers. Like this guy is really like, I don't know, man. But he's always gonna be in the news if we keep on giving him attention. And not even saying like the common folk. You had a fashion show. Balenciaga had a fashion show. I think this past weekend. Kanye's in the fashion show. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. People are always reaching out to this guy.
Well, I think because he brings that kind of that how what do they call it, that he brings it on, brings that edge to them, that racy, they call it the racy edge. He brings that racy edge. He gets people talking.
He gets people going.
Yeah, that racy edge, and that's what marketers look for. People who bring that racy edge, and that's him. But either way, I think that we need to, like you said, dethrone him for a little bit and take him, on that. But thinking about living life on life terms and living on the edge. What's your thoughts on how women should be viewed? A lot of people are now saying that the black woman is needs to be protected. It used to be the black man. Now it's like, protect the black woman. The black woman is now the target. What do you all think about that?
The target for what?
Target for being victimized in all forms and fashion.
I mean, of course, I think that you should protect, protect the black woman or protect people. I mean, people should just be protected. I mean, it all comes down to, again, bullying. It all comes down to, you know, just the different social, whatever, policies. You know, talking to a good friend of mine today. Um, you on the job, a white man is um, kind of in charge, and you having some type of power as well, and him feeling some type of threat. He's feeling a threat towards this black woman that's not kissing his ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always love to see a woman in power, a black woman in power. You know, nothing against a white woman, but I love to see a black woman in power. She could be my boss any day, and nothing sexual, but a black woman in power it just speaks something different. You know what I'm saying? So of course we should protect our women. If you're married, you should protect your wives, your black wives. Um, you know, we should protect each other. But of course, if you see somebody disrespecting your wife, you know, or your woman, you should protect that woman. If you have a situation and your woman's at a job and somebody's disrespecting her, and you should protect that woman. So yeah, I mean, any way you put it, you know what I'm saying, whatever different type of situation it is, protect the black woman. You know, as people say, you know, everybody wants to go back to, you know, the queens and the kings, you know, they are the queens, you know, and we need our queens.
Well said. Well said. Thank you, Brother Hutch, for internet. So, Pastor,
Yep.
you wanna lead us out with something about protection?
Protection. I think protection is a good point to lead out and for me to touch on. It's a lot of things that threaten to do us harm physically and spiritually as well. When we sometimes in life we might end up off by ourselves. You know, like we go to call our friends and our friends don't answer. Nobody's there for us to vent to or to be a listening ear. But I want to encourage somebody that God is always there. It's a good song of mine that I love. It says, "Who is the King of glory? The Lord God, strong and mighty. Who is the King of glory? The Lord God, mighty at battle." And sometimes I sing the song when I just when things get tough and I'm, you know, going through something and I can't get nobody on the phone. You know, I can't. Or maybe I need more than just a buddies to vent to. Maybe I just need to go straight to the throne. And that kind of protection is something that God can offer us. When we can't get an amen from a friend of ours. We can't get somebody on the phone. We can't vent to somebody, but maybe we just need to go straight to the throne.
Yeah.
God is always there. He said he'll never leave us nor forsake us.
Mm-hmm.
He said that whatever we're going through is common to man. He said, Jesus done been there and done that. He's been tempted way more than we have, and he was flesh, his flesh. But these are things to remember when we're going through and we feel like we alone and by ourselves. Especially being that me and Hutch and Kathy was talking about mental health earlier in this conversation. But God is always there, and God will protect us. He'll never leave us nor forsake us. His rod and his staff, they both comfort us, and we can always have a friend in Jesus.
Thank you, Pastor. Well spoken.
Yes,
Again.
sir. Well,
Well, you good folks. We hope you enjoyed this show. Any last words, DJ Frank Hutch?
yes, indeed. Live from the third strings. Seems like we pulled this thing off. You know, the third strings are here, and we made it happen. So I want to definitely give a shout out to Pastor Andrew and Madam Sharp is a Knife Lady. You know, y'all put that thing together because like me, like I already told y'all, I ain't know what I was doing. So my thing was to go on live. So I want to give y'all flowers, you know, as these people say these days, you know. Excuse me, because y'all came together and y'all got this show on the road. I also want to thank Randy, who always takes his time out, his 2 hours on Wednesday to come and tune in with us. You know, he could be anywhere doing anything. He might be still doing anything, but he is logged in and he's paying attention to us, man. So I want you to please keep on being a friend of ours and being a member of ours. You know, and keep on supporting things that we do on the outside as well, Randy. And also all the people, man. Just look, we not drink champs and Carisha talks and all those people, but we are your local reporters. We are your local reporters. So, you know, like, subscribe, and share. We are on YouTube. We are on Facebook. We are on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? And also, big shout out, happy 55th birthday to Toya White. Happy 55th. Bam, 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 bam. 55th birthday. Shout out to Toya White. And once again, where in the hell is Carmen Sixtiego? I want
I told you I spotted 68 go in Canada. Randy, we appreciate you much too. Thank you for all your support.
yes,
Um,
indeed.
and yes, boss, we did say you are 55. The boss want to know, did we say 55?
Yes, I did. Happy 55th birthday to Toya White once again. You know what I'm saying? It's all love. We are a family of ups and downs, and I always cause the downs, but I'm going to make sure I cause the ups as well. We can't be perfect. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, in life, you cannot be perfect. So if somebody's expecting you to be perfect, tell them, hey, I'm the wrong one for you, baby. I'm the wrong employee for you, or whatever. Just live your life, run your course. We can't be perfect. We can't be all the way 100. There's nobody who has 100 day. If they all point them out to me, I'm like Puff right now. I ain't gonna give you 2 million, 3 million. I might give you $20. I want to see this perfect day that you have every single day that you wake up. You're perfect. You get to work on time. You have no traffic, no red lights, no nothing. You have the best lunch. You come home. You have the best dinner. I want to see all that. You have no headaches. You have no gripes. You have no tiredness. I want to see that. So once again, you cannot be perfect. You know what I'm saying? Do your best, and the Lord will do the rest. All right? We
All
holler at
right.
y'all.
And she
We holler.
said 39 and fine. 39 and fine.
Yeah, it's 55 and what the heck? Uh,
Pastor, any
uh,
closing words?
Be
what's
blessed. Be
what's
blessed.
that?
Be blessed.
Those
Again,
words.
shout out to all those breast cancer survivors.
Yes,
Shout out to
indeed.
all those that lost a loved one to breast cancer.
Yes, indeed. This is your month, ladies. This is your month. And some men, this is your month as well. Wear that
Amen.
pink proud. Wear that pink proud. And shout out to my mother who is having a cancer banquet, breast cancer banquet coming up this weekend here. My mother, Elaine Hutchison, one of the representatives for the Breast Cancer Awareness Society, all those good folks out there. She is having that breast cancer awareness banquet this weekend here. So shout out to her and the things that she does in the breast cancer community and for her nonprofit organization. So yeah, if y'all need some tickets or whatever the case may be, you can go on her page, Elaine Hutchison, and all the information is there. All right.
Shout out to Nana. Nana had a birthday yesterday. Shout out to Nana.
Happy birthday, Nana.
Happy
Nana!
birthday, Nana. I just want to say, as I just want to piggyback on what DJ Frank said, no one's perfect, so offer some grace up. Give someone grace. Good
Oh
night,
yeah.
all.
Good
Oh
night.
yeah.
Good night. Good night. Let's see if these people can shut it down now.